Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Okay, let us start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagatya Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Is reading from Bhagavadam, 6th canto, 12th chapter, 16th sloka. Okay. Those who would like to wish to recite, I humbly request to raise the hand. Venkatarasimha Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pachyamam nirjitam setru ruknayudha bhujam brudhe ghatamanam yada shakti tava prana jihirshaya. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Madhumai Krishna Kant Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranams Mataji.
Pranams.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Pashyamam nirjitam shatru vruknayudha brute ghatamanam yatha shakti tava prana jahirshaya. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Mohini Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranams Mataji.
Pranams. Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Pashyamam nirjitam shatru vruknayudha brute ghatamanam yatha shakti tava pranadhar ishaya. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Usha Daivati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranams Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Pashyamam nirjitam shatru vikra nayuta bhujam mrite ghatamanam yata shakti tava prana jihishaya. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sukanya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna Mataji.
Pashyamam nirjitam satru vrukranyuda pujamrude gatamanam yatha shakti tava prana jiharsaya. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Madhusoni Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranams Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Pashyamam nirjitam shatru vriknayudha bhujamrite ghatamanam yatha shakti tava prana jihirshaya. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Revati Ratnangi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranams Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Pashyamam nirjitam shatru vrikrana bhujambrite kadamanam yada shakti tava pranam jihirshaya. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you very much.
Prananandini Madhavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranam Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Pashyamam nirjitam shatru sorry, Hare Krishna Mataji. Sorry, Mataji. Not coming, Mataji. Pashyamang nirjitam satru brukrayudam bhujam rudhe ghatamanam yatha shakti tava prana nirjirihi soya. Hare Krishna Mataji. Sorry, Mataji.
We are all like that. Even I do mistakes. Okay, that happens. So we should see only the how actually devotionally we are doing. That is more than sufficient. Mistakes will happen. Fine. Madhusoni Mataji.
I have already read, Mataji. I have recited.
I doubt, but still I felt I should not miss out. Your hands were raised. So.
Sorry, Mataji. I'll just lower it down.
Shakti Avasti Mataji. Please go ahead, Mataji.
Mataji, scroll up. I read Marathi. Yes. Hare Krishna. Pashyam mam nirjitam shatru vriknayudha bhujam ridhe ghatmanam yatha shakti tava pranarji hirshaya. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Pashyamam nirjitam shatru vriknayudha bhujam mride dathamanam yata shakti tava pranaji hirshaya. Synonyms. Pashya, look. Mam, at me. Nirjitam, already defeated. Shatru, O enemy. Vrikna, cut off. Ayuda, my weapon. Bhujam, and my arm. Mride, in this fight. Gathamanam, still trying. Yatha Shakti, according to my ability. Tava, of you. Prana, the life. Jishishaya, with the desire to take away. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Oh my enemy, just look at me. I have already been defeated. For my weapon and my arms and the arm have been cut to pieces. You have already overwhelmed me, but nonetheless, with a desire to kill you, I am trying my best to fight. I am not at all morose, and even under such adverse conditions. Therefore, you should give up your moroseness and continue fighting. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Vrikshasura was so great and powerful that in effect he was acting as the spiritual master of Indra. Although Vrikshasura was on the verge of defeat, he was not at all affected. He knew that he was going to be defeated by Indra. And he voluntarily accepted that. But since he was supposed to be Indra's enemy, he tried his best to kill Indra. Thus, he performed his duty. One should perform his duty under all circumstances, even though one may know what the result will be. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanaya Shalakaya Shakshur Unmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Tadati Swapadandikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpadarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vashadi Gaura Bhatta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So reading from Bhagavadam, 6th canto, the prescribed duties of mankind, in that the 12th chapter being the glorious death of Vrikshasura. Okay, so in this, how actually Vrikshasura is acting. See, one person, whatever the situation they are put into, but they should do their duty. Correct now? So even what is the last sloka of Bhagavad Gita, what is the thing we are taking home? What actually the verdict of Bhagavad Gita is giving is
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य
Antam Saranam Braja.
मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुच.
What actually Bhagavan tells that abandon all, that is other dharmas. That means it is not that you have to leave your duty there. You have to continue your duty. But getting attached to that duty. Okay, that only duty. For example, in Tamil they used to tell, like, if you do seva to the society, it is the seva to the God. Okay, it's not like that actually. So it should be done without any expectation or some attachment also. So jnana, karma, everything. So everything should be like as per the will of the Lord we should do. Like how we study in Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter, first is like Ananya Bhakti. It starts, that is the topmost. And then if you are not able to do, you'll come to the Sadhana Bhakti and Sakama, and then that is Nishkama, Sakama, Jnana, correct na, Dhyana. At least if you are not able to do all these things, at least surrender the results, leave the results under the lotus feet of the Lord, and then you do your duty. So many things actually, that is, it is a coming, that is from the topmost to the bottommost. At least is leaving the results of the duty also. That also the option was given by the Supreme Lord. Okay. So like getting attached to Karma Yoga, getting attached to Jnana Yoga, correct? So all those things, attaching in that particular yoga and performing the duty is like, it is not the pure devotional service. Okay. And then here we can see the higher qualities of Vrikshasura here. So we know who is Vrikshasura also. Correct? In his previous thing, he was Chitraketu. So he was what actually earlier? So he was a devotee. Okay. From whom he got this? Yeah, that is he got the who is the spiritual master? Who are those two actually? Angira Muni and Nardama Rishi. Correct? Na? So why that is, he was so much lamenting for his son's death. That time they gave the jnana for him, and then that is the ultimate goal is the Supreme Lord, and then he went to the forest and then he did that is devotional service towards the Supreme Lord. That's what he performed. So he was already a liberated soul, but because of the curse of Mother Parvati, he became Vrikshasura. So in the internal consciousness, he is a devotee. So the higher qualities of a devotee will be there. Correct? He is totally surrendered. So as per the will of the Lord, he is accepting. So whether he is going to die, he is not bothered. Okay. So he knows that he will be killed, but he is having the higher causes. He can go back to Godhead and then perform the devotional service. He is not, but still, as a duty of warrior, actually here, as in the body of Ashura, he is waging war against Indra, even though his arms have been cut and then he can't hold his own weapon. In that situation, the Indra was lamenting that his weapon has fell down. So he is advising, past 2-3 slokas we have been passing through the same thing. So here he is advising. Here he plays the role of spiritual master of Indra. Indra can take up the Vajrayudha and he can kill him. But still, he was not having the confidence because he is attached to what actually? That particular position, correct? Na? The karma, and somebody may take up his position, correct? Na? The opulent. So he disrespected his spiritual master. That also has happened. Correct? Na? Here, as per the, that is receiving the instructions from Narada and Angira Maharishi, so Chitraketu did his performed his devotional service. So that is the taking forward of the devotional service will never be stopped. So that one aspect we can see in Vrikshasura's life here. And then the way he is putting forward actually, I have already been defeated. Just look at me, because he doesn't have hand. Correct now? It has been cut into pieces. He cannot carry any weapon and this fight against Indra. So my weapon, my arms have cut into pieces. So you have already overwhelmed me. So nonetheless, with the desire to kill you, I am trying my best to fight. So that attitude one should develop actually. Even in the Eva, that is in the edge of the life also, a person should never give up their, that is the devotional service, with an unalloyed way. So we should not have any expectation. There is a sloka in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu for the unalloyed devotional service. Anya Bilashita Sunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam Anukulyena Krishnanusilanam bhaktiruttamam. So one must give up what actually they have to give up: karma, jnana, attachment to those type of activities. But they have to perform their karmas, and they have to perform their actually whatever the knowledge they are gaining, but not for their own personal things. So this attachment means what? It is one's own personal things. For example, in Mahabharata, the Pandavas and Kauravas, that is, who is the root cause for all this fighting? Can anyone think about that? How actually this war came into existence? As per the will of the Lord is the setup. That is, as per the will of the Lord, it will happen. That is different. But the main root cause, who was the Sutradhari for that war actually? Can anyone think about that?
It was
Indra's
Dhritarashtra,
desire,
Mataji.
Mataji.
It is Dronacharya. Dronacharya was not having, he was in the very, very poor state. And then he went to Drupada to get some support because his wife has suggested, he being your best friend. There he gets insulted. And then what he does, he wants to get back. At least he has taken a oath that he will take off of the Drupada's kingdom. For that, what he did actually. So he was very much for following the Brahmanical thing, wherein he was not this mere life like that. So he will take the whatever the leftover things in the market. That means we go to the market to purchase the grains and all, no? Which has been fallen from that grains only he was surviving the life. And then his son Ashwatthama was not having the milk also. This is what I have heard from one of the lectures, the story. So that one I want to share with you all. Okay. So he was, even the son Ashwatthama doesn't know what is the taste of the milk actually. Okay. So what Kripi will do, Kripi will cook that and then that is make it as a grinder, and then as a milk she will cook and give to Ashwatthama. So like that they were in a very good Austria they were living actually. Okay. But when he went to take the help of Drupada and he got insulted, he took a oath and then he waged the war, okay, using whom actually? Pandavas. And then he got 50% of the kingdom. Pandavas and Kauravas. Correct now? There only it started actually. Okay. Then this war also. And then he fell down from what? The Brahmanical qualities, like to the Shudra level, like taking. When he taught that is exemplary, what is that, warfield activities for that is, what is the teachings, correct now? The skills of the war to the Pandavas and Kauravas, he took Guru Dakshina also, correct now? So Brahmana should not take Guru Dakshina. That was also pinpointed in Mahabharata. But still he became to that level. So like that, when this happens, we know Ekalaiva, correct now? So many people we have heard he has been a great archer and all. So what actually he was more than Arjuna itself, because there was one incident happened. What he did when he came and asked Dronacharya to teach archery, he asked about his father. So he is from the hunter family, correct na? So Dronacharya told no. So he rejected him immediately. So he didn't taught him the skills of that is war skills. He didn't taught actually. He didn't teach. So then what he did, Ekalaiva, he made the statue of that is of Dronacharya, and then he learned that is that much Guru Bhakti he had, and then he learned the war skills actually. Okay. Still, when one day when dog was barking continuously, so suddenly the barking sound stopped, it seems actually. How come like that? When Arjuna went in search of how come what has happened, he saw that the mouth of that dog has been bombarded with the arrows, which didn't had any thing of the blood also. Such a skill actually from Ekalaiva only, and then he found out. He came and told this incident has happened, and then Dronacharya goes to Ekkalaiva and then he sees the statue of him, and then he asks, "You have learned from me, then you have to pay Guru Dakshana," and then he takes his finger. Correct, na? That the right hand, that finger. So for an archer, he needs the finger. That thumb should be there. Otherwise, he will not be able to do the. That is, he will not be able to utilize the skills to wage the war. So he took off. So many would have had the one version like Dronacharya, what he did is wrong, and then he want to make Arjuna as a great archer. Because of that only he took. Here, actually, when initial phase, when Ekkalaiva came and asked for that, that is to teach the skills, actually, he was denied by Dronacharya. And then he told, no, it will not be taught, you should not do like that. So, but he didn't listen and the spiritual master words. So one should not disobey the spiritual master Guru's word. So that he violated. And then Dronacharya, why he denied, that was also told in Mahabharata. Actually, so authentic Mahabharata is from the Madhvacharya book. Actually, this was a script referred by the senior devotee in the lecture, wherein he mentioned actually, so Dronacharya denied teaching the war skills to Ekkalaiva because his consciousness was not pure. He was not a Vaishnava. Okay, so a war should be waged for that is as a duty, not for the one's own self-interest or those things. So he was in the Shudra, not because of Shudra, but his intention was not the right. His consciousness was not right. That's the reason he denied actually. Later on, he was also killed in the Mahabharata war. Actually, that's what has been mentioned by him. So by the senior devotee there. So the intention is very important. He went to the attachment for the karma, whatever he wants to do. So one should never get attached to the karma. One should never get attached to the jnana for their own benefit. So that's what it has been spoken in the Sarva Dharma Parityajam. And even in Anya Vilashita Sunyam, Jnana Karmadi Anavritam Anukulyena Krishnanusilanam Bhakti Ruttamam. Okay, only for the many people will think that they will perform the duty and then surrender the results to the Lord. It's not the right thing. So even in this chapter, I think prayer chapter also, that means the Dichi Muni gave his body. Giving up a body is a tough task. But he gave it for the karma, one of the karma, like for the welfare of that is the subjects. Correct, now for the welfare of the world, wherein it is not as per the will of the Lord, he didn't took it. So for the welfare. So one should not take it up actually as per the karma or the jnana, whatever the part it may be. The highest, one should go above these things. That is the topmost. Ananya. Ananya means even it is going to happen bad to the person, he should accept it and move forward. So that means accepting the higher authority's will. So that attitude one should develop. So like how gopis, they were also performing duties. We all know. And then still when they go for the rasa dance also. Still when they are at home, they are always doing the duty. But with what consciousness? They'll always be singing the songs about the glorification of the Supreme Lord. So that consciousness one should develop. They're performing the duties as the will of the Lord. So that attitude one should develop. Here Vrishasura is in that mode only. So he has accepted already what actually? He will be killed by Vajrayudha. He knows that. Because he always prays on whom actually? Sankarsana form. Correct, na? Vrishasura. His consciousness, internal consciousness was as a devotee. But only in the external thing, he is being a Ashura. And that has been by the curse of Mother Parvati. Okay. So he has been, so when a person in that phase, they will be free from the fear, and whatever the outcome of the actions is being there, he will not be bothered. They will accept as per the will of the Lord. Whether it is going to become good to them or bad to them, they are not bothered. So that attitude one should develop. So that is the higher phase of a bhakti. That means Ananya Bhakti. So here, Vrishasura is giving the insight, even though he's going to lose and then he's going to die by Vajrayudha, he's not having any fear. So he is also encouraging Indira to get up and kill him. So take that weapon and then in Vajrayudham and then you kill me. Although Vishrasura was on the verge of defeat, he was not at all affected by consciousness. Okay, by his consciousness, he is not at all affected. He is going to get killed also. He knew that he was going to be defeated by Indra because as per the ordinance, as per the what is that you tell? As per the Supreme Lord's will, and he voluntarily accepted that. But since he was supposed to be enemy, that Indra's enemy, he has put into that role actually. It is not his own will. So he tried his best to kill Indra. That's a wonderful attitude of Vrikshasura. Still he is helpless. As a warrior, actually he wants to wage the war. That's it. Thus he performed his duty. He didn't offer anything to that this is my duty and what is the results of the duty I am offering to Lord. He didn't do anything. He just did his action. Like how Arjuna has been told to do, you wage the war. Don't think about whether the outcome is good for you or bad for you. Nothing. No lamentation. You just wage the war. So like that here, Vrikshasura did actually. Under all circumstances, this should be double underlined. Okay, whatever the circumstances it may be. So one should perform the duty, even though one may know what the result will be. Right? So whatever the result it may be, if you are getting attached to karma, jnana, the outcomes, then obviously it is not the pure devotional service. Okay? It is the mishra, that means combination. Correct? It comes karma, mishra, bhakti, like that we would have studied now. So it is a combination only. It is not the pure bhakti. Okay. With this, I conclude today's class. Any doubts or any? It was a wonderful session which I heard actually. I felt even I had the doubt why Dronacharya, because I have not read Mahabharatam. So as quoted by the devotee, it is an authentic, coming from the authentic source, and then I felt like sharing to you all. So it gave me a very good insight. All these days, why Dronacharya denied, because there was more different perspectives. Correct now? Just because for the material gain, he didn't do that, and then he doesn't want whatever he wants to do, he did it. He wants only Arjuna to be the great archer. Even Karna was also being rejected. Correct now? Yeah, Karna was always against the enmity of Arjuna. Here, why Arjuna came and told the issue? He is a Vaishnava. Correct now? So Vaishnava actually. So he has to obey the spiritual master. That quality Arjuna possessed. That's the reason he came and told about Ekalaiva. Correct now? What he did. So that Vaishnava qualities has been executed. So one must obey the spiritual master orders. That is very, very important. Even Karna was denied by Dronacharya, and later he went to Parshuram, and then he didn't mention his birth details, and then he got the skills. That is, he learned the skills from him, and he got a curse also along with that. That we know. Correct now? So when you are learning something, the conscious should be pure. Okay, there should be truthfulness should be there, and the intention should. What is the great intention? What is the intention we are having, and what is our consciousness? That's very how pure our consciousness is. Then automatically that skill will come. Even we are reading Bhagavadam, Bhagavad Gita, and all. So our consciousness should be elevated in such a manner. Whatever we read, the surrenderness to the Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada will help us to understand what every word is having meaning actually, the purpose. So one should enter into the deep dive mode and then read the things. So that will help us to understand in even more detail. Okay, so that's what Srila Prabhupada purpose gives. Still, we are striving to know the better version. Okay, Hare Krishna. Any doubts or any insight or any reflections you want to share? Please?
Hare Krishna Mathaji, this is regarding the story. Of course, this was question so many days I was having. Actually, this Varnashrama Dharma by Krishna is Guna Karma Vibhagasa, not related to birth at all. Then, Guna and karma, if you take Ekalavya and even Karna, are towards the archery and towards learning the art of warriorship. Because that is they wanted to learn that skill. They had that skill.
Yes.
Then based on the birth only, they were denied in both the cases. Ekalavya telling that you are for your caste, you are not supposed to learn and all that. I'm not supposed to teach to non-Vaishnava, non-Brahmin or whatever, that accepted group like Brahmin or Kshatriya, etc. Even Karna was also denied that you are a Sutaputra and you cannot learn. So that one is controversial, Mathaji, because Varnashrama Dharma says it is only Guna Karma Vibhagasa.
I will give you that clarification to the best of my.
Hare Krishna. Actually, I have heard somewhere that Eklavya, he was the son of the chief army head of King of Magad.
No.
And this is something, being a guru is known to Dronacharya. He has come just for a spy, because that time Hastinapur was the major center and major attraction for the whole world. So Jarasang's main head, his main army head son he was, I think. This is what I have heard, and this is the reason Dronacharya has done. Hare Krishna.
I have not
Yes,
read.
even I have heard this. Even I have heard this, Mataji, that Eklavya was means he was deceiving. He was actually the son of chief of army staff of Jarasandh, and Jarasandh was the father-in-law of Kansa. So he was always against Krishna, and
He's a non-Vaishnava. Okay.
Yeah, he was a non-Vaishnava.
It has been referred in
So he was trying to deceive that I am a poor tribal.
Tribal. Yeah.
He was trying to deceive Dronacharya, but he knew that, so he rejected.
Dronacharya denied because of his conscience, not on
Yes.
caste,
Yes.
class,
Yes, because his motive was not pure.
Not pure. See, one must learn a skill actually to in a good consciousness. That means what you tell actually to serve. That's it. That means the serve means as per the will of the Lord we need to serve. That should be not to have any personal thing. Even Duryodhana was towards the inclination to take him to his army also. Correct, na? Because he was why he took Karna? For his benefit only, not benefit of Karna. Correct, na? So Karna became surrendered to him because he has given the respect to him. Because of that, he felt for that he became the slave for that. Even Karna was denied because his intention was to become the great archer above Arjuna. So that should not be there. A skill should not be developed against certain motives. That should never be done actually. You should have that means nimitta matra. That means you should learn the skill and then use it. Like how Vrikshasura, even though he is in the helpless position, he still continued to wage the war against Indra. He knows that he will be defeated and he will be killed. Still, he is doing his duty. Like that, you need to do. And then outcomes of the duty, and then more inclined to the outcomes. And the intention is not right. The conscience is not right. It's not the way. That's not the right thing. So Dronacharya knew this. That's the reason he didn't accept that. Otherwise, if their intention is to become only the great archer, means then he would have done that. But what is the motive behind that is he being a hunter's son, and again what he will be going and doing. So, and then he already Duryodhana is more inclined to pull him to his side. Correct? Now, even Karna was pulled by like that only to against, only made the things against Arjuna. Correct? Na? So, Karna was not like that. Because of the association of Duryodhana only, he wants to prove himself that he is more greater than Arjuna. So, like that should not be there. The competitions and all should not be. That is a enviousness. And he is enviousness against a Vaishnava. So, one should never be envious against a Vaishnava. So, you should understand that. That's the main intention, Prabhuji. So, and as you are telling ashrama, I come to your point. Everyone cannot be in the same level of bhakti, correct na? And then whoever are falling down are in the ignorant mode only here. Okay, when you speak about the true bhakti or something to the fallen condition to that is living entities, whether it will be accepted immediately, the samarpan will not be there, that surrender will not be there. It is a step by step. That's why even in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, we have been first taught with Vaidhi Bhakti and then Ravanaka Bhakti and then to Bhava and Prema. So there are 64 things now. So we have been the qualities, whatever the things we have read in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And then Vaidhi Bhakti is always given the opportunity. So we have to do our bhakti step by step. So at least if you are not able to do Ananya Bhakti, even in 12th chapter Bhagavad Gita, not everyone is on that standards. If you have been advised, you do Jnana, you do Dhyana, you do Sakama, you can do Sadhana Bhakti, correct na? You can do Nishkama. If you are not able to do all these things also, you leave the results, don't get attached to the results. So you at least leave to the lotus feet. It's a minimum level. Not everyone is on the same conscious level. So we have to develop the conscious level step by step. Let us go back in 2020 and 21. We were also in that same mode only. And then now we are able to go little bit by the mercy of the Guru Parambara and Lord Krishna. Little bit we are able to understand, and then wherever feasible and whatever way we are able to do it, we are performing that. Still we fall down in many things because we are not in the pure consciousness like a Vaishnava. Correct? It will take time. So we have to perform a duty. It's not that we have to leave our karmas. We have to perform duty, but not attached to the karma. That is very important on the results of the karma. So then we'll become what is that combination? Karma Mishra Bhakti, correct na? Jnana Mishra Bhakti, like that and all will become. So one should be, their consciousness should be pure. So attachment, that is the desires. So one should give up. The mind is very, very strong. Even though we are indulged, we always have the motivation to get attached to the results. So if you are very much inclined by hearing Bhagavadam, Bhagavad Gita and all, it gets purified, and then the ultimate goal is the Supreme Lord, and then serve the Lord. To that level, one should develop the attitude. So that type of, that is the highest level, Ananya or Kevala Bhakti. But intermediate stage, we have to pass through. So that's the reason, step-by-step process, purification process, Prabhuji. It's not that Varnashrama is not, it is majorly we are into the Varnashrama only, because here all are 90-95% we are all in Avidya only. Only some 2-3% only will be in the pure devotional service. They also would have done. Even, what is that? In Vrindavanavasi, Gopas and Gopis, who are they actually? Can anyone know? Who are they?
They are the rishis of Naimisharanya.
Rishis of Naimisharanya.
Okay. So I think they were attracted to the Saundarya from Lord, and then and all in their previous thing, and they only became what? They've completed the quota and then become the devotional things. So we have to pass through step by step. At one shot we will not be able to become a pure devotee, because we have to get purified. So karma jnana, the outcomes of karma jnana getting attached will be like it's still not a bhakti pure. It's alloyed. It's not unalloyed. So Varnashrama is suggested, at least it's the process we can utilize, and future we can go to the Ananya. So directly we cannot go to Ananya, Prabhuji. So that's the recommendation from the Shastras. Hare Krishna. Even Lord Krishna also given, 4th chapter. He has given Chadur Varenyam. He has mentioned. So we have to pass through that. Not everyone is on the pure conscious level. So I hope I have given.
Thank you, Mathaji. I think it's only based on the conscious level they have been rejected. Based on consciousness.
Level, the senior devotee was mentioning why Dronacharya rejected was that only. So I'm quoting because what is the example we can give for karma? I was thinking that time he was also mentioning, because We are always attached to karma. It obviously comes to us because we are more into the three modes of majorly. We have to get situated above the three modes, means it will take time, Prabhuji. So we have to practice bhakti. So one should know the ultimate goal of bhakti. So that time when we'll be able to come out of this. But Lord has never denied you have to get out of your karma. Okay, you have to do your duty, but without having that inge of the material attachment. That material consciousness should be converted into the spiritual. Then only it will not, like how Vrikshasura is speaking. This sloka is perfect actually. And one more reference also I saw in what is that? Third chapter. We have this uninterrupted. So what is that devotional service should be? We should have any personal, unmotivated, uninterrupted. We have studied now in even first canto also we have some slokas. So like that. So Kapila Muni, Kapila Deva is giving instructions to Mother Devahuti. So here she Nirgunashya. Okay. So here it is very much given Avinchenna. So it should be like a continuous flow. That means it should not have any obstacles. That is, the mind should not wander for any expectations. So only goal should be the Supreme Personality. So you should have like free flow in devotional service. So like that we need to, it should manifest actually. Bhakti Yoga should manifest like that. So then that will be unadulterated. Okay. Here the manifestation of unadulterated devotional service is exhibited. When it will get exhibited, it is all the mind's position. Correct now? When we are chanting one round of that is 108 times this Maha Mantra, can we give any guarantee that we are not at all thinking anything? No. Our mind, it always wanders. Correct now? But because the goal we have, whatever we are kept is also not that much strong or fixed. So that's the reason we'll think about what my mother will be doing, what my father will be doing. Like that we always think. Correct now? So when one's mind is at once attracted to hearing the transcendental name and qualities of the Lord, how we develop that fixing of mind is by hearing the transcendental names and qualities of the Supreme Lord. Okay, who is residing in everyone's thought. He is there. So just as the water of Ganges flows naturally down towards the ocean, such a devotional ecstasy uninterrupted by any material condition. This is the word actually. Okay, we need to select. Even in first canto also we have. Okay, I think where
Ahayatuki apratikriya.
that first canto also we have. Flows towards the Supreme Lord. So this will help us to fix our mind on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Otherwise we'll be here also here. Hayatuki avyahata avyaya hita. So it is given here. Okay. So that is called as the pure devotion. So we need to perform the pure devotional service actually. Okay. When like a free flow. So how we can get into that mode means just hearing. Okay. The glories of the Lord. So continuous hearing the glories of the Lord will make the purification process in a right way. So that's what we are doing daily. So let us pray to the Supreme Lord and the Guru Parampara to shower their mercy so that our conscience also will become pure and we can achieve the lotus feet of the Lord by their mercy. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Very nicely explained. Mataji, if you permit, I can. May I add a few lines? I heard it from NND Prabhuji only, so I'm just trying to repeat. So this Eklavya, he accepted Dronacharya as guru and he made his statue and practiced in front of him. But the guru didn't accept him, na? So it is like the Rutvik system that some people are affected. So if the guru had already denied him that I won't accept you as disciple, and still he is accepting him as guru and doing his practices, so that is an offense against the guru. So that was explained by an Prabhuji sometime.
Mention that actually as Ritvik. So Ritvik.
Yeah, Ritvik.
Okay. One should accept the orders of the spiritual master. If you really have accepted him as a spiritual master, Ekalavya would have left that because his conscience is not pure. That's the reason Acharya didn't give the permission. Correct? Na? He didn't accept him as a disciple itself. So he should have accepted and then he should have left the archery. But he didn't leave. Na? That means their intention. That is, whatever he want to do, he did it. So
Right.
a disciple will never do the things as per their own expectation or their own intentions. They will always listen the Guru's words. So there only the denial that there only is not a Vaishnava. We can see that.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Any other?
Yes.
It was a wonderful session I heard actually. I felt like sharing because all these days I had one thing is he didn't listen that much, I was aware, but there will be some motive, that there will be some real reason of why Dronacharya, always Dronacharya, many people will be speaking in a negative way. He wants only like that. So that is the reason for Guru to deny, and that is the reason for Guru to accept. Right now, that is very, very important. We can, that is, even the disciple has the right to have a Guru, but still Guru has to accept him as a disciple. That is, then the process is completed. Otherwise, the process is not complete. Okay. So if we have a material thing, it is not, it's an incomplete bhakti. Okay. Thank you all for joining this session and giving.
Hare Krishna Mataji. One doubt, Mataji. Dronacharya already rejected, did not accept Ekalavya as his disciple, then how he could ask for Guru Dakshina, Mataji?
Because he learned, he has kept his statue now, he was learning, he has the surrendered to the Guru, through that he learned this archery now. So that's the reason he asked that.
Okay, Mataji, okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
वाञ्छकल्पतारुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामचर्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम